Pickle, you're on the show, bud. Yeah, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Beacon. We are live. It is Sunday night, and we are chilling here on the Beacon. By Pickle. As you saw, Pickle just left. He had to make his brief cameo this evening. Um, we are going to be talking about Star Wars Celebration. But before we dive into Star Wars Celebration, I just want to just talk about a couple of quick things that have kind of been weighing on my mind. One of these things actually ties into Celebration, and then a couple of other things. So just bear with me real quick. Um, so I wanted to wish you all a safe and happy holiday. First and foremost, I know that it is Easter. It's Easter Sunday, whether you celebrate it or not. Just I hope that you're having a wonderful weekend. I know a lot of us got crushed this weekend with Star Wars Celebration news and trying to stay up to watch all of those live streams and everything. And we're chilling today, which is a good thing. And when Leah gets back from Japan, we're going to talk to Leah about her celebration journey, and and everything that she experienced there. But like I said, I just want to first off wish you all a safe and happy holiday. Hope that you all are doing well. And then, sorry, before we dive into celebration, just two quick things. We My wife and I did some stuff for Easter slash her grandmother's birthday today, and we were chilling after the events, and we were sitting with my mother and father-in-law, and my wife's sister and her husband, so my brother and sister-in-law, and then their son, our nephew, and I as we were sitting there and we were talking, we were sharing just this quiet moment, right? Like this moment where it just felt like everything was right with the world, you know. Um, and I think that we as people need to enjoy those moments, enjoy those quiet moments, enjoy those moments where it feels like everything is just right, you know. And that's what I felt today. Um, I know it's weird to start this recap like this, but I just wanted to share those thoughts because um, you know, I think it's something that we need to remind ourselves that it's okay to have the quiet moments. It's okay to have those moments where nothing's really going on and we're just enjoying the company of other people. So if you can, enjoy those moments. So let's talk about the other thing that I wanted to talk about as we dive into celebration, and that is um, there's a lot of FOMO every year with celebration, right? I have not been able to attend celebration yet, and the FOMO is definitely there. Hey, what's going on? The FOMO is definitely there, right? It's one of those things that when you're seeing everything going on, when you're watching the live stream and you're seeing the pictures come through and you're seeing all the news pop up, it is so easy for us to get caught up in the FOMO. It's so easy for us to get caught up in everything that's going on that we we somehow feel like we're lesser fans for not attending celebration. And I just want you to know that you are as much of a Star Wars fan as everybody else, regardless if you attend celebration or you don't attend celebration. It doesn't make you any less of a Star Wars fan. It really doesn't. Happy Easter, buddy. It does not make you any less of a Star Wars fan. So please remember that when it comes to seeing events like Celebration or D23 or Comic-Con or what have you. It's so easy for us to get caught up in these feelings and these emotions that end up we end up making ourselves miserable because we keep going, well, I should be there, I should be there. Yeah, it sucks that we're not there, but there's people there having a good time. And like I said, it doesn't make you any less of a fan to not attend Celebration. There are people that still have not gone to Galaxy's Edge, and they feel like they're not as, they feel like they're not fans because they haven't been to Galaxy's Edge. If you've never been to Galaxy's Edge, that doesn't make you less of a fan. For those that had the privilege of going on the Star Cruiser, it doesn't make you any less of a fan that you weren't able to attend the Star or go on the Star Cruiser. It was tough for a lot of people to be able to do that. So don't discourage, right? Don't discourage. There's plenty of celebrations happening. There's plenty of Star Wars events happening. And just remember, you are still a fan even if you don't go to Celebration or Galaxy's Edge or what have you. You are still a Star Wars fan. So please keep that in mind. Now, for those of you wondering why we didn't have a live show last night, well, two things. I really wanted to wait until after Celebration was over to do a recap. That's one of the things. Secondly, I was at a hockey game last night. Ja boy likes hockey. Yeah, so that's why you didn't get a live show last night. If we had had a live show, we would have talked more about the news. But we're gonna dive into this. We're gonna try to cover as much of this as we possibly can. So let's talk about the first thing, and this kicked off pretty much Friday at Celebration, and this was during the opening ceremonies. We have two Star Wars films coming out very soon. One next year and one the following year. So let's talk about the one that's closest to us first, and then we're going to talk about the one in 2 years, in 2027. So the one that's up next is The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is going to release in May of next year. And this is the continuation of the Mandalorian story. We don't really know much about. Um, Actually, let me see here. I think I have this already. Let's see here. So it's going to be May 22nd, 2026. And it says The Mandalorian and Grogu brings back our favorite duo with familiar faces like Zeb and a brand new character in the galaxy far, far away, played by Sigourney Weaver. Weaver and the Mandalorian himself, Pedro Pascal, joined the panel to cheers from an energized audience. So they have not said what the movie is about yet, but they did show a sneak peek at the movie. Hey John, what's going on? They did show a sneak peek at the movie in which there's an AT-AT that goes down, and the Mando may or may not be involved in that. So yes, that is going to be 2026, May 22nd, 2026. That's also where we got the look at the BDX droids that have been walking around Galaxy's Edge in California. And they are now coming to Disney World to walk around Galaxy's Edge at Disney World. So get ready for that. Next up, so there were two movies that were talked about in depth over the weekend. But we also do need to talk about the other movies that have been announced. So we have Sean Levy's movie, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. That is in development. That will start filming this year for a May 2027 release. And we'll get to what that is here in a second. Other projects that are still in development is the Rey New Jedi Order movie by Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy. James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi film. the Taika Waititi film, which he is currently working on. John, I haven't gotten there yet, but I understand. And then Simon Kinberg, who worked on the X-Men trilogy, or worked on a lot of the X-Men movies, he is actually doing a trilogy as well. So the next upcoming movie is Sean Levy's film. Sean Levy directed Deadpool and Wolverine for Marvel Studios, which that did very, very well, was received very well. And he is working on a project with Ryan Gosling. So the rumors of Gosling being in Star Wars are 100% true. This is a brand new standalone movie called Star Wars Starfighter that is going to release May 28th, 2027, the exact day as the original theatrical release of A New Hope, the original Star Wars film. This will coincide with the 50th anniversary of the franchise. This movie is a standalone film set 5 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker, and so far it looks like it's all new characters with a brand new original story. So we will see what happens there. I'm curious to see how they're going to bridge the gap between 9 and this. But I'm really looking forward to this, and it's called Star Wars Starfighter. And I'm not going to show the clip that they, or the teaser that they showed. It's just the title of the movie. But yes, it's called Star Wars Starfighter, and hopefully this is just about pilots in the galaxy far, far away. So looking forward to that. I personally like Ryan Gosling. I have yet to see the Barbie movie, but I know a lot of people really enjoyed that movie, really enjoyed Ryan Gosling in that. So I have hope for this one. I love Sean Levy's. I love Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'm looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to this one. So we will see. And then to know that the other films are still in development. Maybe the plot will be like Alphabet Squadron or Rogue Squadron. I don't know about that. The reason why I don't think it's going to be like Alphabet Squadron, because Alphabet Squadron's already been done. It's canon, as 3 books. I could see them going the Rogue Squadron aspect, but from what we've heard, the Patty Jenkins movie is still in development, or maybe they decided to scrap this movie and give it to Sean Levy. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting. This is going to be interesting to see what they do here. I would love it if this was the development of a new squadron, and they brought back Wedge for this. I think that would be really interesting to have Wedge show up in this, and possibly you could really bridge the gap by bringing Poe in as well. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But this is the next one to be filmed, so we will see what happens. And that will start filming in the fall. But this is 100% happening. It's got a theatrical release date, and we will see what happens. But I am looking forward to this. All right, next up, we have a look at Star Wars Outlaws DLC. This is the Pirates Fortune story pack, which this takes place. I will actually show this. I'll share this real quick, but I'm not going to share any of the audio because we do not want one of those situations again. So let's see here. There we go. All right. So let's show this real quick. We're going to put the closed captioning on. So you can see there's the Trailblazer. Kay gets thrown in jail. And here's our boy Hondo Ohnaka.
I am the great Captain Hondo Onaka.
Do you have a crew coming to
And he
break you
says
out?
he's the great Hondo
I
Onaka.
am in between
She
crews
asks
right
if he
now.
has a crew, and
Right.
he says he's kind of in between crews
Great
right now.
Cappy Treasure.
So it looks like we've got another heist story
I
with
think we're
this,
moving more towards
with Star Wars
equal
Outlaws,
shares.
You sound like
in
two
which they
raiders.
Kay
I
wants to
had
be
to cut
equal
them
partners
loose.
with Hondo,
They would not
and
have
Kay and Hondo are going up
Coordinates are
against a
set.
group of raiders.
You against us, Hondo.
Looks like we've got
Your fortune is for you
a
to
pirate
seize.
B-wing. It kind of looked like, in a way.
It is time we made
Let's
our
see here.
move.
But you know me, I
good,
love
Hondo?
Star Wars
Better than
Outlaws.
good,
I think
my
that
dear.
this game is
You want
incredible.
riches, you want fame. You
And
don't get
so
the
much
treasure
fun to play.
without taking the risk.
Zach, shouldn't you be asleep? So there's that. Yeah. So there's that with Star Wars Outlaws. Looking forward to that. Outlaws is a fantastic game. You're trying to go to sleep, okay? And that will be releasing May 15th. You can play this via Ubisoft Plus. If you have an Ubisoft Plus membership, you can link it with your Xbox account and play those games that way. Or you can play this game on your PC using Ubisoft Plus, or also on your PlayStation, I believe, using Ubisoft Plus. But this game is available on all platforms. It will also be releasing on Nintendo Switch 2 on September 4th. So, yeah. If you are getting a Nintendo Switch 2, you will be able. Thanks, man. You will be able to play Star Wars Outlaws in September, and you will be able to play that on the go. So definitely check that out. Outlaws, like I said, is a very, very fun game, very amazing adventure. So yeah, that is what's happening here. Let's see here. What else? Okay, so we had a manga and anime pavilion that was set up at Star Wars Celebration, in which they highlighted Star Wars Visions and all sorts of amazing things. They also had a Lucasfilm and Studio Ghibli collection. Yeah, it's really cool to see all of that with anime and manga like really coming out and into the forefront with Star Wars storytelling. One thing I absolutely love with anime and manga is that it's such an amazing way to tell stories. Like Visions is an incredible way of telling Star Wars stories. We did our first audio episode the other day, and our first audio episode in a long time, in which we talked about animation and how powerful of a tool it is when it comes to storytelling. And it really is a powerful tool. And it makes you appreciate the story more. So it's really cool to see Star Wars diving into these other mediums of storytelling, whether it be through anime or manga. They have done tons of amazing stories with manga, whether it be through the High Republic. The Mandalorian has had a manga adaptation. The Mandalorian has had a manga adaptation. Rebels, the Leia Princess of Alderaan story, has had adaptations as well. So it's really cool to see all of this, come to life and come to happen. So we're actually going to dive more into manga here in a little bit when we get to the publishing aspect. Let's see here. We are actually going to share another we're going to share another thing here, and this is the stuff revealed at the Hasbro panel. So as you can see here, Night Sister Marin is getting a Black Series figure. Night Sister Marin being from Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Fantastic character. And look, I mean, the figure looks fantastic. The figure looks absolutely great. Looking forward to that. And then we get this Black Series Cal Kestis build-up pack, which I love this. Excuse me. I absolutely love this. I think this is fantastic. So you get Cal Kestis, and he's actually dual wielding here. So you have the one single-handed, you have the one lightsaber here, then you have the heavy saber here as well, which is pretty cool. And then you've also got his blaster too. So I love this. You get a little BD1, which who doesn't love our little buddy BD1? And then you get hashtag Turgle Town USA. This is Turgle. Which if you've not played Jedi Survivor, please do yourself a favor and play that game and meet Turgle. And then you get a little Scuva Stev. Yes, we get a little Scuva Stev here, who pays homage to Scuba Steve from Big Daddy. And I love this one. I'm actually going to pick this one up as a Black Series 4-pack. We get a brand new Han Solo Black Series, which, I mean, I'm not as excited about this one, to be honest, because I already have a couple of Han Solo Black Series figures. I don't know. I mean, the detail looks nice, but I, if I find this on a discount or if I find it at a show for, a con for like a cheaper price, yeah, I'll pick it up. But I'm not gonna rush out to get this one. But I mean, he looks good. And the same the same with the Chewie. Like, I love the Chewie. I think it looks cool, but that's the issue with Black Series, right? Like, and with just Hasbro collecting in general is like you kind of have to like pick and choose what you want to get, right? I know a lot of people are completionists for like complete sets and complete waves and everything. Me personally, I'm just collecting Bad Batch right now. I'm starting to collect Acolyte, and I want to collect Skeleton Crew and anything involving Cobb Vanth, really, and Jedi Fallen Order, because Fallen Order is fantastic. Because Fallen Order is fantastic, and I love those games. This one I am gonna get. This is Dash Rendar from Shadows of the Empire. He is a Legends character, but I think it's really cool that we're getting a Black Series version of this. And yes, I will be picking this one up. People called him Discount Han Solo in Shadows of the Empire, but I wouldn't say that. I would say he's his own man, right? Okay, now we're getting a vintage collection Night Sister Marin. So not only are we getting a Black Series Night Sister Marin, but we're getting a vintage collection Night Sister Marin. This is going to be 3 3/4 inch, whereas Black Series is 6 inches tall. Yeah, Dash Rendar. We are also getting a vintage collection Rocket Trooper from Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. You could pretty much get a couple of these and start building a Stormtrooper army, which is pretty cool. We also are getting a vintage collection Moff Gideon, which I might actually pick this one up. I think he looks really cool. It's nice that they're actually giving us the cloth cape on this one. One thing that I really wish we were getting more of with Black Series as well as Vintage Collection, would be, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's the soda. Would be more of the cloth, right? When it comes to like Jedi robes, and also when it comes to like capes and stuff for characters. So, and now we are getting a Vintage Collection Cobb Vanth. We've already gotten one of these where he's in the Boba Fett armor. But this is a straight up Marshall Cobb Vanth, which I will be picking this up because, like I said, I collect all things Cobb Vanth, right? Because Cobb Vanth's my boy. I love that dude. He's fantastic. So really cool to see Cobb Vanth getting some love here. All right, let's see here. What else? We are getting a Vintage Collection Bantha, which I love this because you can see all of the fur here. Yeah, you can see all of the fur here. And then you get this 3 3/4 Bantha, and I mean, 3 3/4 Tusken Raider. I will be picking this one up. I think it's really cool, and I just really want to get this one because yeah, it's gonna be fun. It does. It looks very real, and it looks very fantastic. Hopefully, it comes with a brush so we can brush his teeth like we saw in Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian. Um, so we'll see. We are getting a vintage collection Crosshair, which I think he looks absolutely fantastic. I love the armor. I love that we get little blasters for him, and it comes with a foldable sniper rifle, which is really cool. So I will be picking up this Crosshair as well. I think he looks fantastic. And then that's it. Those are the 11 big reveals from the Hasbro panel. Um, the Cobb Vanth stands out for me. The Bantha does. The Crosshair does. The Gideon I really like. I do want to pick this up because I think it would be cool to have a Moff Gideon in my collection. The Rocket Trooper, yeah, okay. I mean, if I find them on sale, yeah. The Night Sister Marin, I really want to collect all things Fallen Order and Survivor, so I think I will go a Night Sister Marin. But I think I'll go Black Series before I go Vintage. The Dash Rendar, Shadows of the Empire has a place near and dear to my heart, so I'm thinking that I'm probably going to pick this one up. The Chewie, I'm going to pass right now. I mean, he looks good, but the Han, I'm going to pass on as well, even though Han Solo is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I, eh. Um, I will be picking up the Cal Kestis build pack because it comes with Scuva Stev, BD1, and Turgle. So why wouldn't you want to get some Turgle in your life? And then the Black Series Night Sister Marin is something I really want to pick up as well. So we'll see we'll see how this goes. But yeah, it was an all right. There were some all right reveals from that Hasbro panel. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, let's move on here. I'm just going to keep sharing these news stories as we go through them. If you are a fan of Young Jedi Adventures, Season 3 is coming this fall. This was announced at Celebration. Many Star Wars celebrities have graced the Celebration stage this weekend, but only one of them is a Puba learning the ways of the Jedi. Yes, Nubs was actually on stage at Celebration. They did a giant dance party involving Nubs, which, I mean, yeah, Nubs dance party. Who doesn't love a Nubs dance party? So yeah, it's we have Kai, Liss, and Nubs coming back. Making his first Celebration appearance in person, Nubs was clearly excited about meeting fellow younglings at the Kids Corner and the warm welcome from #NubsNation. He even brought a special sizzle reel of the adventures to come. Come on, the kids are helping a droid band, and they're all astromechs with guitars. Come on. Come on. If that isn't worth the price of admission right there, I don't know what to tell you. And for those of you that are like, oh, but this is stupid, Young Jedi Adventures is stupid. It's not. It's fantastic. It may not be if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But don't bash a kid's Star Wars show because this is fantastic. How can you not love this? Season 3 will also introduce Beepers, Dozer, and Gigi, a quirky band of droids, each with their own unique and hilarious personalities, who join our heroes on their missions. Additional newcomers include Dottie from Dottie's Droid Depot, as well as eccentric droid builder and tinkerer Rick Minu. Star Wars Celebration attendees should make sure to welcome Nubs with an enthusiastic for light and life during special Nubs meet and greets at the Kids Corner. So yes, Young Jedi Adventures Season 3 will release this fall on Disney Plus and Disney Junior. So definitely check that out if you are looking for some High Republic fun and also some High Republic and also some kids fun. So we are continuing on with animation here. We are going to we're going to talk about this one real quick, and then we're going to dive more into the animated scene. We have a release date for Star Wars Visions Volume 3. Visions Volume 3 will release October 29th, 2025. And there's also going to be an all-new spin-off series of longer stories from Star Wars Visions. The Ninth Jedi is getting a continuation. So it's going to be called the Child of Hope, and then there's going to be a all-new spin-off long-form series or all-new spin-off series called Star Wars Visions Presents the Ninth Jedi. So that's really exciting. Visions is going to have 9 animation studios again. And yeah, we are looking forward to that in October of this year. It'll be a nice fall treat for us all. Visions is just the gift that keeps on giving. And for them to focus on like these really popular stories that happened that came from the first volume of Visions or the second volume of Visions. It's really, really nice. So definitely check that out when that gets ready. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to this one now. Let me see here. Already talked about that. All right. Let's talk about, I just need to. Oh yeah, I've already got that one up. Sorry, my tabs are all over the place on this. Okay, so we are actually going to talk about this one real quick. If you are a fan of the Lego Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars specials, we are getting a sequel to Rebuild the Galaxy. This is called Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past, and it will feature Lego Brickheads Ahsoka and Jackson. Ahmed Best has already said that he's coming back as Darth Jar Jar for this series. And we already have confirmation that actually Eckstein will be coming back to play Ahsoka again. But she's going to play the Brickheads version of Ahsoka. So that should be a lot of fun. And I think it's really cool that our boy Jackson is getting some love in this one. So that is going to premiere September 19th. And all episodes will be available. Darth Jar Jar is a great character. And it's going to be fun to see him interact with Brickheads, Ahsoka, and Jackson, and all these others. So, looking forward to that one. I still have yet to watch the first Rebuild the Galaxy, but I'll get to it. It looks like a lot of fun, so I will get to that eventually here. So there's that. Yeah, and then they brought Ashley out for it, so not too crazy. All right, let's see here. Let's move on to more animation. um, okay, so during the so this year marks the 20th anniversary of Lucasfilm Animation, and with that, we actually have a brand new animated series announcement, and we are getting our boy Darth Maul back. This is called Maul Shadow Lord. Sam Witwer is coming back to play Darth Maul, and this is actually going to be about him building Crimson Dawn post fall of the Republic. Him trying to run a crime syndicate while also avoiding the Empire. So really looking forward to this. Really happy that Sam Witwer is coming back. He's one of my favorite people to ever play Darth Maul, so I think it's really cool that we're getting that, right? Excuse me one second here. And I just think I talked about this in the episode that I dropped yesterday, and we're gonna have some more audio stuff coming up because I'm gonna yeah, I hope Kira's in the show. Because we're gonna talk more about these announcements in depth as we dissect everything. But I've always thought that Star Wars has always told its best stories through animation. Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, Resistance, Young Jedi Adventures, Tales of the Jedi, Tales from the Empire, soon to be Tales of the Underworld. They all tell these incredible stories through the power of animation. Um, and I know a lot of people write animation off, right? And they kind of go, "Oh, well, I don't want to check it out if it's animated." Why not? Like animation has some of the best stories. I mean, look at Studio Ghibli, right? Like look at what Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli have become, and look at the products that they've brought out, the masterpieces of films. I mean, just look at anime in general, right? I mean, look at Disney with their storytelling with the animated movies, and Pixar is the same way. So, a lot of people write off animation, and I don't think you should, especially like with Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch and Resistance. I will say this: with Clone Wars season 1 and season 2 are a little rough to get through. I will admit that, right? I will admit that the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars are a little tough to get through. But once you get over that hump, once you get into season 3 and beyond, when it hits the fan, it doesn't let go. It really doesn't let go. And even in season 1 and season 2, there are a lot of stories in those seasons that tackle a lot of subjects and a lot of heavy hitting subjects, right? So for those of you that are writing off animation, stop. Seriously, stop, because you are doing yourself a disservice by saying, "Oh, well, animation, it's for kids." It's not just for kids. It really isn't. So, really looking forward to this one. John, I agree. I hope that Kira is in this show, because I can't wait to see what they do with this. I am very, very excited, especially with Sam Witwer coming back. So, Maul Shadow Lord will release on Disney Plus next year. They have recorded it. I think they're finishing animating it now, and it will be ready for release next year. Hopefully, that will be I'm hoping that's the May 4th release, honestly. Hoping that's the May 4th release. Okay. Let's stick to Disney Plus for right now. Yeah, let's stick to Disney Plus because we have a couple of things to talk about here. Light and Magic Season 2 was unveiled at Star Wars Celebration. This is a documentary about ILM, Industrial Light and Magic. They are the team that does the visual effects for your favorite movies, whether it be. What are my thoughts on Tales of the Underworld? Okay, give me 1 second here. Excuse me. I had to, yeah. I'm excited. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Um, I am I'm down for all things Cad Bane. I really am. I think that Cad Bane's such a cool character. From what I hear, they're actually going to tackle how Ventress does come back and tie that into Dark Disciple. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. because I think Ventress is an incredible character. So looking forward to this. I'm always down for more underworld stuff. I'm always down for more bounty hunter stuff. That's why I love Rebels. I mean, not Rebels, Outlaws as much as I do. That's why I love Solo as much as I do, because it tackles the underworld, it tackles bounty hunters, it tackles all these things. It's also why I enjoy Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett as well, and why I loved Skeleton Crew. Really, Skeleton Crew was pirates, but I still count it as underworld. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I think Tales of the Underworld will be great. I love these short animated shows that they do. I thought Tales of the Jedi was great. I thought Tales from the Empire was fantastic. And I think that this is going to be another hit for them. So yeah, Light and Magic season 2 is happening. It's on Disney Plus now. And that just takes you behind the scenes at Industrial Light and Magic. That is, yeah, that's that really. Next up, we do have Ahsoka season 2 news, which is interesting. So season 2 is going to start filming after Celebration Japan. So that is going to start in a few days. And it looks like Rory McCann, who played the Hound in Game of Thrones, is going to play Balin Skull. It's tough to see. It's going to be tough to replace Ray Stevenson because he was just that amazing in the role of Balin Skull. But I know that Rory and Ray were very close friends in real life. So I think that Rory will definitely pay homage to Ray through his performance as Balin. Plus, it's going to be interesting to see them go through the Mortis arc, really, with Balin. To explore the Mortis gods with Balin. So I'm looking forward to that. And his journey. So Dave Filoni said that his journey is supposed to parallel Ahsoka's journey, which I think is really cool. Let's see here. Admiral Akbar is going to return to face off against Thrawn. So they said that this is going to be crazy. This is going to be absolutely crazy. There's going to be battles galore. There's going to be a lot of fighting in this season. Season 2 is going to just hit us really, really hard with all of the action, which I'm really looking forward to. Next up, they did say that the Mortis gods will have a presence, and they're going to explore that, especially on Parida or Parida, however you want to call it. And if anybody can explore the Mortis gods, it's definitely Dave Filoni, who is writing all of the episodes for season 2 of Ahsoka. And then next up, Hayden Christensen will be back as Anakin Skywalker. Force Ghost Anakin to help Ahsoka and all that fun stuff. He was a highlight in season 1 of Ahsoka, so it's really cool to see him come back for season 2 of Ahsoka as well. And then last but not least, this is the most important thing that's coming to Ahsoka season 2. According to my wife, this is the most important thing coming to Ahsoka season 2. Loth kittens. We're getting Loth kittens. And they are little puffballs that can't stand up. Yeah. They do not have a photo on StarWars.com, but when you get a chance, look it up because they are they're they're cute. They're cute. So Dave Filoni or Dave Filoni has said that we are probably going to get plushes of these Loth kittens soon when they do start releasing stuff for the show. And then Dave Filoni said, I have to pay for the show somehow. So yeah, Loth kittens are going to be that way to pay for the show. Let me see here. Yeah, that's it. So Ahsoka season 2 is slated for a 2026 release, and it will start filming here very, very soon. Next up, there's a little show. Excuse me. There's a little show premiering on Tuesday that may or may not be a prequel to Rogue One, which is a prequel to A New Hope, and that is Andor season 2. We get Andor season 2 starting on Tuesday. And they talked a little bit about season 2 and where some of the characters are at the start of the season. They haven't talked about where they're going yet because we need to watch their evolution. We know where Cassian's going, pretty much. Cassian will end up going on his mission to the ring, probably by the final episode. We see that Alan Tudyk is returning as K2SO. They're going to lean heavily into their relationship there. As well as they have said that Mon Mothma's story arc starts with a wedding and goes from there. Deidre is trying to find her way in the ISB. Cyril Karn is trying to find his way in this galaxy. Bix is trying to recover from being tortured, and Cassian is struggling with being a leader. So I don't want to dive too far into it, because they revealed a lot at the panel, but then they didn't reveal a lot at the panel. Alan Tudyk says that he wants he tried to hold out for a K2SO spinoff called K2 Fast, K2 Furious, which would have been really, really funny. But yeah, and then at the end of the panel, they had people dressed in the Narkina 5 prison garb shouting "One Way Out." So Andor season 2 premieres on April 22nd. That's Tuesday. It's a 3-episode premiere. It is going to be a 4-week season with each week releasing 3 episodes as we climb closer and closer to Rogue One. Really looking forward to season 2 of Andor. Season 1 was fantastic. Season 1 was great. It was a hit. It did very, very well. One thing though, when it comes to it's hard to do these prequel shows, right? Especially when you know where a character ends up. That's why, as much as I love Solo, was it necessary? No. Did you need to put Han Solo in danger in that movie? Not really, because look, he has a long life. But I get why they did it, because they have to show the evolution of Han's character. It's really interesting with this, where I do believe that this show needs to be done because you need to see the rebellion form up. Like, you need to see the rebels as they are when you get into A New Hope become the rebels of A New Hope, right? And as much as I despise Saw Gerrera because of what he did to my boy Tech, and yes, for those of you saying, well, Tech sacrificed himself, yes, he did, but I'm still blaming Saw Gerrera for his death. And I know it's been a couple of years now, but I'm still not over it. It's one of those character deaths I will never get over. But I'm really excited for Andor season 2 because this show has really been very special. It's been an incredible they've told an incredible story. They've told I mean, that they've introduced us to some amazing characters, and I can't wait to see how it ends. I can't wait to see. You're right. It's Saw's fault, and I'm still pissed. Exactly. Exactly. It is all. Everything is Saw Gerrera's fault. Everything. Everything. And for those of you like, well, not the downfall of Anakin Skywalker, I'll figure out a way to blame the downfall of Anakin Skywalker on Saw Gerrera. I will. I'll do it. I don't care. I'll figure it out. Um, that's a joke. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with this. I'm very excited. I'm also really excited to see. I love Andor, and I'm excited about this season. I can't wait to watch it and rewatch Rogue One. And with, yeah, Diego Luna had an interview. Him and Alan Tudyk had an interview uh, during Celebration, where they were talking about season 2 of Andor, and Diego said, after you watch season 2, go back and watch Rogue One, because you will not watch it in the same light again. You will watch it in a completely different light, and all of it is going to make even more sense, which I'm like, okay, let's go. Which at this point, I'm really hoping that we get some. I'm really hoping we get some time on Jedha where they can establish Baze and Chirrut before we dive into Rogue One. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will, but I think it would be really cool if they did that. So yes, Andor season 2 starts Tuesday. It will be a 12 episode season, and they're saying it looks like each episode is going to be close to an hour. Some dipping below 50 minutes, but most of them will be 50 to 60 minutes, which I think is great. And that's what you need for that show, to tell that story. So we will see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's move on to book news now. We have some book news here. So, High Republic Adventures Phase 3 is getting a brand new one shot called The Battle of Iriadu. Alyssa Wong is going to be writing that one. And that will be coming very, very soon. Phase 3 is going to conclude with the High Republic Trials of the Jedi. That's Charles Soule's final novel, which I'm going to actually show you this amazing cover that is on StarWars.com. Here's the cover. As you can see, we have our luminous people, and we've got our girl Ember. We've got the bestest girl, Ember, our friend. And it says, a single life, any life, all life is the force, connected to all others, connected to all things. This is what the Jedi believe. This is why they fight, for everything and for everyone, for life and the light. And I'm ready. I'm ready, but I'm not ready, because I think it's just going to be awesome. I think it's going to be really cool. And then we're also getting the final issue of Fear the Jedi. This is going to be a one-shot called The Beacon. That is going to wrap everything up. Yeah, I don't want it to end either. Here we have the cover of Tessa Gratton's Acolyte novel called The Crystal Crown, which this is going to feature Yord and Jecki in Mission Before the Acolyte, and I'm actually excited for this one. I think that this one will be a lot of fun. What Tessa has done with the High Republic is fantastic. And hey, anytime we can get a bunch of High Republic stuff, even if it is in the Acolyte era, anytime we can get a bunch of High Republic stuff, I'm golden, right? Like I'm good. I'm good. So I like that cover. We are getting the Art of Andor, which is going to have both seasons. Oh wait, the Acolyte novel for the Jeki and Jord Fondor novel will be available in July. And it will also include Master Soul. Andor, the complete series, Art of Andor, the complete series will be available in March of next year. Industrial Light and Magic, 50 Years of Innovation. This is going to be a tribute book to Industrial Light and Magic that is going to hit in November. Hyperspace Stories, Codebreaker sees Poe and BB-8 back in action. The 4-issue comic by Ethan Sachs, Star Wars Bounty Hunters, arrives in time for the 10-year anniversary of Force Awakens, and this will be available later this month. Legacy of Vader. We have some covers of Legacy of Vader. This is number 8. This is the ongoing Kylo Ren series that Charles Soule is writing, in which we get to meet Tava Ren. Caloran Beck is going to be gracing the cover of Jedi Knights. This is number 8. This series was written by Mark Guggenheim, and it's nice to see that Caloran Beck is actually getting some love here. Caloran was one of my favorite characters from The Mandalorian, and I loved him hosting Jedi Temple Challenge. And of course, how can you not love Ahmed Best? The dude deserves all the love. Here we go. This is Star Wars: A New Hope, the manga. Which, I mean, come on. Okay. So this is cover number 1, which I think is great. This is cover number 2. I love this cover. I love this cover of Han Solo in the cantina with Chewbacca in the background. Like that's great. And then we get Obi-Wan versus Vader in volume 3. And then we get Luke blowing up the Death Star in volume 4. Yeah, and here's some of the art. Oh, gorgeous art. Absolutely gorgeous art. I love manga. Manga storytelling is just fantastic. Yeah, I'm excited for this. And it will actually be in a box set too. Yeah, I think that's really cool. Now we have Path of the Lightsaber. Oh wait, this is okay. There we go. Thrawn is getting a manga adaptation, which I think this is really cool. I love Thrawn. I think it's great that they are going to adapt Timothy Zahn's novel of Thrawn. Fallen Order is getting a manga adaptation. You can see Cal Kestis here with little BD1, which I'm really excited about. And then we also have Star Wars Path of the Lightsaber. Looks like this is set in the sequel trilogy era with ties all the way back to the High Republic. And we have one more thing here. Our friend Adam Christopher, who wrote a wonderful Star Wars novel called Shadow of the Sith, is now writing a Vader novel called Master of Evil. This is actually going to take place during Charles Soule's Vader run, which took place in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. This is actually so they took a break for a little bit. In the storytelling, there was like a little bit of a time jump. This is going to happen during the time jump, which I think is really cool. And if there's anybody that can write villains really well, it's Adam Christopher. I loved Shadow of the Sith. In fact, I plan on rereading it very, very soon because it's just a fantastic novel. So I will be picking this one up. And plus, this cover is so freaking creepy, and that's also why I love it. And I don't like creepy things, but I really like this cover. So Master of Evil, look for that this year. That is going to be coming out November 11th of 2025. So, hey, get your Star Wars fans, get your favorite Star Wars fan a new Star Wars novel for the holidays. And then we also get a thing celebrating the career of Doug Chiang, who's a concept artist with Lucasfilm, which I think that's awesome. And plus, just seeing the Naboo starfighter here. Doug Chiang is fantastic. He is a visionary, and yeah, and now we have a Halloween. The Doug Chiang visual book releases December 2nd. And now we have a Halloween Star Wars book called I Find Your Lack of Candy Disturbing. Halloween Greetings from a Galaxy Far, Far Away. This will be releasing August 5th, 2025. And for High Republic fans like myself and fans of The Acolyte, we are getting Art of the Acolyte. This is going to be written by Kristen Baver, forwarded by Leslie Headland, and this will release on October 7th, 2025. And as you can see here, they show May. They show the Pip Droid. This is OSHA's Pip Droid, which who doesn't love the Pip Droid? And then we also get a Acolyte visual guide, which Pablo Hidalgo is going to be releasing as well. Art of the Acolyte is October 7th. The visual guide to the Acolyte is going to be June 17th. And then we get a brand new Blueprints book, the designs and artwork from the Skywalker saga, which this is going to release in October. And then let's see here. Star Wars Women of the Galaxy celebrate Andor's Bix Kaileen, Deidre Miro, as well as we have Shin Hati from Ahsoka. This is going to be a collection that releases April 29th. So that will be later this month. Whew, a lot of news. A lot of news from this weekend. But we've saved the biggest news for last. Now, for those of you who have not seen where Celebration is coming next, or if you have seen it, that's cool. But for those of you that have not seen, my friends, I am proud to announce here on the Beacon, Star Wars Celebration will be returning to Los Angeles in 2027 in April. It will be April 1st through the 4th, 2027, and this will coincide with the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. This is going to be the first time that Star Wars Celebration is held in Los Angeles since 2006. And this will also be the celebration of Star Wars Starfighter, as well as the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. Now, we are going to try to get to this one. My wife and I have already started talking to people about trying to arrange a trip to go out there. This is going to be this is a big one. This is a big one, folks. This is going to be a fun one. Do not be surprised if this one sells out faster than Celebration Japan did. I'm going to say this right now. If you are unable to make this, if I am unable to make this, it's fine. It's fine. Yes, the FOMO is going to be there. But here's what you do with FOMO. You acknowledge that it's there and then you try to move on, right? Because you're still getting all of the news. You may not be getting the special panel things like the special footage or anything like that. You may not be getting that. It's fine. It's fine. If you cannot make it to Celebration 2027, it's fine. I've already accepted the fact that if I can't make it to Celebration 2027, I'm going to shoot for 2029. Especially if it stays here in the States. So just keep that in mind. Now, I have tried starting to look for these dates You can't book flights out yet. You can't book hotels out that far yet. You're probably not going to be able to book those things until next year, probably about mid next year, because that's when a lot of airlines start doing their their the schedules for the following year. So just keep that in mind. We're going to try to make it to this one because this is a big one. I mean, Japan was a big one too, and so have the past few. But we're going to try to make it to this one. So we'll keep you informed as we go on here. But yeah, so right now we're planning on it, but things happen. You know, sometimes it's just not in the cards. But I'm not ruling it out. I'm still planning for it because I really want to do this. Bless you. Um, I really want to do this because I think it'd be fun. Um, Here's another thing. I'm probably not going to get into a lot of these big panels, but I'm going to do my best, right? Um, yeah. So we will see. We will see. We have 2 years to start planning, which is great. I'm glad that they gave us a lot more time than last time. Um, yeah, so we've got plenty of time to plan. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Celebration is coming. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a fun one, and that's all I can say about that. Yeah, it's going to be great. What a time to be a Star Wars fan, really. What a time to be a Star Wars fan. I honestly, I okay. I don't hate that it's in Los Angeles. It's just going from the East Coast. It's a little bit tough to get out there. Um, but I don't hate it. I really wished it was Orlando or even Chicago. Um, but I'm okay with LA. I really am. Like I said, I've started talking to people. I kind of, if I can, I'd love to get a celebration hype house going or well, not a hype house, but get a bunch of people together, get a couple of hotel rooms and just chill out and relax and enjoy the experience of celebration. Um, I will say this right now. um, I can my wife and I can handle crowds like we can because we do Disney. We've done big conventions like Awesome Con. We can handle the crowds. I'm not ready for this crowd, if that makes sense. Because hi Pickle, yes, buddy, I see you. Because this is going to be packed. Let's face it. This one is going to be packed, especially with it being the 50th. I'm not upset though. I'm not. I'm not. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to try to go. We are definitely going to try to go. And we are going to start doing research to get out there. Um, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, hopefully I can. I either get. Hopefully we can score tickets, or I can get a press pass. I think that would be really cool to get a press pass. But if not, hopefully we can score tickets to go out there. I even told my wife, I was like, hell, even if it's a day, like even if it's like a Thursday or a Friday, boom, we're still at Celebration. Like I'm good. I am good with that. Even if it's just one day, like I'm good with it. Um, because it just being there will mean a lot, right? And like I said, even if I don't get into the big panels, I'm okay with it because I'm going to be hanging out with Star Wars fans. Like, I'm going to be celebrating this thing that I just absolutely love, right? So, even if we can't make it, it's okay. We're still going to celebrate. We're still going to, puns. We're still going to have fun. We're still going to hang out. We're still going to geek out with each other. We're still going to celebrate this thing that we have all come to know and love. And it doesn't matter if you're a sequel trilogy fan, prequel trilogy fan, original trilogy, High Republic fan, video game fan. It doesn't matter. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're a Star Wars fan. So let's just remember that, you know? And like I said earlier at the top of the show, let's enjoy these moments. Let's enjoy the quiet moments as well, where we just like my challenge to you tonight is just reflect on all of the goodness that we got this weekend through these announcements. Just reflect on the love that was shown this weekend to Star Wars. Like, really, just reflect on it. And just know that a fan is a fan, right? We're fans. We love this stuff. We eat it up all the time because that's just who we are. So, be good to each other. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I feel like I broke down everything that I could. And I'm good with it. So this week we are going to have the Zoraida Cordova interview dropping. We are also going to talk more about the stuff announced at Celebration. I'm going to really dive into the publishing aspects as well, because I think that is something that we need to talk about. So we're going to talk about publishing. We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff this week. Be prepared for a lot more audio episodes. You're not going to see as much YouTube. We should be back this Saturday night because we're also going to talk about Revenge of the Sith being in theaters again, which we are going on Saturday, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to see this movie on the big screen. I saw this movie 20 years ago, 20 years ago, 3 times in theaters. Loved it. Absolutely loved this movie. So excited to see it again. If you have not seen this in theaters, man, you are in for a treat. You really are in for a treat. This is going to be a very special movie to see. So we will see you next week. Looking forward to hanging out with you all. Get ready for a bunch of our content dropping this week as well. A bunch of audio episodes and everything. We're going to get this ball rolling. I really feel like I'm going to start doing a series on Clone Wars rewatch. I think we're going to do a Clone Wars rewatch series. So talk about that. I got to get that planned and everything. But yeah, I think that's going to happen very, very soon because we should also celebrate the 20th anniversary of Lucasfilm Animation. So a lot in the pipeline, man. A lot in the pipeline. That's going to be it for me this evening. Hope that you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday, whether you celebrate or not. I hope that you have a wonderful night. And just remember, may the force be with you, and we are all the Republic. Good night. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong button. Okay, we are all the Republic. May the force be with you. Good night.